Now it's time to find out if Professor Ross Marks was a hard professor or if he's really cool. Joining me now is Ross and one of his former students, Pedro Espinoza. Nice to see you, Pedro.
Nice to see you.
Okay, so he was your student not too long ago, and now you're working in the exact industry that you went to school for. Tell us about that. You're from El Paso.
Yes, I'm from El Paso, Texas, and it's been great so far. Meeting a lot of different creatives, not just from El Paso, but from Las Cruces. Both I've benefited from going to school at NMSU to also going to school in El Paso. But it's been good so far, getting a lot of people that are trying to break in the same way. And, you know, we get to be creative and try to figure out a way to, you know, spread that around the borderland.
You made a documentary. You made a documentary that actually had Ross Marks in it. And it was a film about making films.
You know, we
Tell
really
us about
put a lot of time and
Yeah, so I
energy
directed
in
a
showing
short film last year. It's
state
called
and the entire
Film Friendly
country
Las
that, like,
Cruces.
we can do this too.
There's a strong film community.
The core of it is about how film benefits the economy, especially in a city like Las Cruces. And it was a really great benefit to make it. I would say that thanks to Ross for it as well, for being in it.
That'll attract a big audience.
And it will be.
Put my name, Tom Cruise. I mean, there are few names that attract a big audience, and my name's one of them.
Right, and it's a film that I think will show a lot of people like why film is so important, especially to young artists that are trying to get into, that are trying to break in. It's a documentary that I think helps inform a lot. I think if studios watch it, it'll inform them a lot of what they can benefit from here in this location.
Okay, so Pedro, earning a living at this, and then what's the future? Are you going to stay in Las Cruces? What are your plans?
Right now my plans are to stay here and kind of still have the sources I have. One of the biggest goals that me and my friends have had with film is using what we have here and then hopefully moving somewhere else. You know, the goal I think a lot of people have is LA, but I think for me and for like the people I worked with, our goal is just right now to break in, but in the future to be either in New Mexico or still stay in Texas.
Used to be LA, used to be New York, but that's moving. And so where does New Mexico rank with other hotspots for filmmaking, Ross?
So New Mexico is the fourth biggest film economy, film and television economy in the country. We're behind Georgia. We're going to pass them at 23. It's still California, New York, Georgia, New Mexico. And we came on pretty quickly because of our governor and our legislature been so supportive. And people have been moving to New Mexico to be storytellers and movie makers. And we fully expect New Mexico to be number 3 in 23. You mark my words. So we'll be doing a story on New Mexico is bigger than Georgia for the entertainment industry.
Okay, last question. So what would you say to a young filmmaker? Because when you make a film, it's like you're doing it all. I mean, you taught him how to do it all. You wrote your movies or your documentaries, you directed them. Did you shoot them and edit them as well?
I've shot some of them, but I would give that credit to the cinematographers because they are actually the ones that came up with the shots, but I did edit them.
Okay, so what would you say to future filmmaker?
I would say to a future filmmaker, just start shooting. Just start shooting.
So don't despair. There's work out there and they're going to hire someone. Why not you?
Nothing ever goes as planned. As any filmmaker can tell you, nothing ever goes as planned. If something goes wrong, try to find a solution. You know, there's always different ways. Your film is never going to be exactly the same as you want it from paper. So just try to figure out a different way and have fun with it.